Hello, I'm Dr. Ray, and I'd like to share with you today some principles of holistic healthcare. I'd like to start out by saying that in holistic healthcare and chiropractic that there are 7 main principles. That principles are the foundation of what holistic healthcare is built upon. Your body is a self-regulating and self-healing organism. And what that basically means is that if I was to cut your finger, you wouldn't have to do anything for it. It would automatically know exactly what to do, exactly what chemicals to release, so that it can heal itself. Your nervous system is the control and coordination system of everything that happens within your body. Your nervous system flows from above down, inside out, and so does healing, and so does health, and so does wellness as well. In fact, your nervous system repairs any damaged tissue, and it also has the ability to regulate all functions within the human body. Health is not a matter of how you feel. What it's really about is how well your body is functioning. It's really important to take the time out and understand the nervous system a little bit. The first part of your nervous system is there to let you know when you're experiencing pain. It's called the sensory nervous system. And what it's basically there to do is let you know that there's some form of interference or dysfunction within your nervous system, and it lets you know that by you experiencing pain in specific areas, so that anytime you experience pain, you know that there's a dysfunction within that part of the nervous system. Unfortunately, there's only 10% of the nerves that are allotted for this part of the nervous system. Therefore, you can walk around with nerve dysfunction and never know because you have no form of pain anywhere in your body. 40% of your nervous system is there to direct motor function. It's called your motor nervous system. And what that basically means is that it supplies all the muscles with what they need to do in order to contract and in order to relax properly. And your motor nervous system, that's comprised of this 40%, oftentimes can have interference there under stress, and you would never know because there was not an area of pain in your body to figure that it's the nervous system contributing to it. Now, the third part of the nervous system I'd like to state is the most important part of your nervous system, and this part of the nervous system is called the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is there to regulate all nerves that flow to your blood vessels, that flow to your organs, and that flow to your glands. And if there's interference in this autonomic nervous system that we're talking about here, you can have all sorts of dysfunction and dis-ease occur in the body. So that it's really important to understand that the nervous system is the #1 system, is the master controller of your entire body, and it's real important that that nervous system functions at 100%. Now, most people when they present in this office present with a series of different symptoms. And when they come in, the first thing they want to know is if we can help them with their symptom. So we often tell people that we're not here to treat symptoms. We're here to correct your nervous system. We're here to correct the cause of any imbalances that can occur in your body. And what we often tell people is that stress is what creates that nerve interference. There's one form of stress known as physical stress, and this is the most common one, which would mean like some form of car accident, or some form of sleeping the wrong way, or not sleeping enough, or not drinking enough water can even be a physical stress. However, there are other 2 main stressors that tend to affect the nervous system is chemical stress. And chemical stress can come in the form of nutrient imbalances, not being on a healthy diet. It can also come in the form of toxins. We find that you get exposed to toxins in the water, in the food that you eat, as well as the air that you're actually breathing in. And what happens with that is it tends to affect the nervous system. Now, the third type of stress, I believe, is probably the most important type of stress to talk about, and that is emotional stress. And that is how your brain perceives what's going on around you. The stresses of family life, the stresses of work life, the stresses of financial life. What we tend to find is that this stress creates nerve interference, and that nerve interference leads to dysfunction, dis-ease, as well as health symptoms. And I'd like to give an analogy here because this is a really important concept to grasp. It would be like driving in the car, and as you're driving in the car, listening to the radio, everything's going good, and all of a sudden the oil light goes on in the car. And as you're driving, you say, uh-oh, the oil light's on, I better do something about that. So you take out a piece of black tape and you put it right over the oil light, and you say, there you go, now I don't see that anymore, and you keep driving. Eventually what would happen to that car is it would literally burn out. However, most people, when they experience a symptom, automatically begin to think, I need to take some form of aspirin or Tylenol or Advil or muscle relaxer for this, and no one ever pays attention to the cause of that.